You have been named by a number of publications as the woman who can save Uber, or they put a question mark, can this woman save Uber? Do you embrace that?
No.
Okay.
I reject it. I reject it. I do. Because I don't think it's up to one person. You know, it's not up to me. I'm part of the solution for sure. I'm going to work to make sure that I am part of the solution. But there's a glorious, team. And I hate that there's a disservice, to the larger group who are really dedicated to saving Uber.
Well, what did he say to you? I mean, what did Travis say in that meeting that made you leave this stable, big job at Apple to go there, to this company in the middle of a hurricane?
Right. Well, I saw his vulnerability. Clear. It was very obvious. His uncertainty, about what the future looked like, his need for help, and he was asking for it. Not directly. He didn't actually say, like, will you come and do this? He never said those words. But I could feel it, in the kind of questions that he was asking. And he was desperate, for a solution. And I could feel that too. And so in my natural way, I was offering solutions, in our conversation. That's why I went 8 hours.
For people who aren't as aware, here are the issues that Uber was going through at the time and is still going through, a number of them. And you're helping lead. How do we brand this company? How do we turn this around? Sexual harassment within the company. Customers alleging sexual assault by some drivers. Former CEO, founder Travis Kalanick is ousted. You've got this $20 million false advertising lawsuit settlement, the Delete Uber campaign. You knew all this. You went in anyways.
Yes, I was really attracted to this big challenge. I think for a marketer, take everything else out. For a marketer, there's so few opportunities where you get to rebrand or create a brand. I felt it personally that I wanted to not just come and be visible as a woman of color in the chief seat in Silicon Valley, but also as a contributor to culture. That if we need more people to sit at the table to make sure that the procedures and processes and cultural norms and all those things are working for us, then we need to sit there. And if we turn around and say we're not going to do it, then who are we expecting to do it?
What do you think, looking back, you've been there 6 months. What fundamentally went wrong that Uber got to the point where it was when they asked you to come on board? What was the crux of it?
I think a lot of it was the focus on just building. Building at such a rate that there was no room to think about the building of the culture. The building of the platform was priority one. And I think it's actually a big lesson for all future tech, because our world isn't going to go backwards. These days, the days of building companies sort of slowly and surely, sort of the growth kind of takes decades. The companies of the future are going to grow overnight like that.
And you are saying, it sounds like companies need to pay as much attention to how they build that culture rapidly as they do the platform, the brand, the product.
That's right. That's right.